Okay, I'm back. This is Dean Wright, Executive Director of the Freeport Area Church Cooperative, and I'm calling this Dumpster Diving Part 2, a bonus feature of the 10 days of homelessness. So let me set this up if you haven't caught up. I've been perusing an alley in downtown Freeport, particularly targeting a coffee shop that does some muffins and scones that I really enjoy. Hoping that there will be some leftovers in their dumpster that I could take advantage of. And I have attempted to hit this dumpster a couple different times, okay? And I have failed. There's just been nothing in there. They just must sell out because there's nothing ever in there. I can't find any food in there. So anyway, I know the word has gotten back to Brenda Myers, who owns 9 East Coffee downtown. And so, I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe just as a joke, she'll just put some in there. Not only will I get the food, but that, maybe it might conclude the joke. But anyway, so I'm going to start with a little funny story, and then a bigger funny story here. So last night, when I make the decision that I'm going to come in timid as opposed to come into the woods hot, I come up with a strategy, okay? I'm going to come in light. I'm not going to carry the pack with me just in case I run into something or whatever, and it's going to be fight or flight. And I can't fight with a 40-pound backpack on my back. I can't run with a 40-pound backpack. And the only option then would be to drop the backpack and run. And then I lose all my stuff, and then I'm in trouble. So I decide, okay, I'm going to stash the backpack in a secure location downtown. I'm going to walk the distance to the location, the site. I'm going to check it out, make sure no one's there, make sure I don't find anybody. And then I'm going to walk back, get the backpack, come back. So I do that, stash the pack, come into the woods. Takes me forever to get to the site because I'm, taking one step at a time. It's like I'm in a wedding march or something like that. So check it out, everything's fine. I don't find anybody, don't see anybody. Site looks undisturbed. Okay, great. Go back, get the stuff. Go back. I go back and get the stuff. I get the stuff, put the backpack on. I'm a little tired. And so I'm thinking to myself, why don't you just grab a bench, rest a little bit, hang out for a little bit, just kind of inconspicuously, let some time tick away until you're tired. Maybe you start to doze off, and then maybe that's the signal that, okay, let's go. Maybe you can just fall asleep just out of exhaustion at the camp. So I do that. So I pick a nice bench, actually the Valeria Wiegand bench of all places, in between twice as nice clothing store, the in-between as we might know it as. So I'm sitting there. And I don't know, it's probably 8:30, I guess, maybe, I don't know. So there's still people, some downtown, but not really. Kind of quiet. So first thing happens here. I'm sitting there for a while, about a half hour. And all of a sudden I see coming down Exchange Street on the sidewalk, this young lady. She takes one step to the in-between and then just keeps on walking. And I look at her and I think to myself, that looks like Stacy Wagner from Partners for Employment at Highland Community College. And I was about ready to yell out her name. But then I'm like, that'll just freak her out. So I don't say anything. So about 30 seconds, 45 seconds later, I'm looking down towards Stevenson Street, and I see her get into the vehicle, and I realized at that point in time that she walked all the way around the block, and she's probably smart in doing that, to avoid walking by me, this seemingly strange homeless guy sitting in between the buildings. And that's probably smart. But I started to, but anyway. So then it dawned on me, don't scare the downtown people by hanging here. Put the backpack on, get on your way, and be a nice downtown partner. So I put the backpack on, I kind of slink away down Exchange Street. And I'm thinking to myself, this is how silly I am. I'm like Casper the Friendly Ghost, like Casper the Friendly Homeless Guy. No, he's not scary, he's really friendly, but yet everyone's scared of me. So I kind of chuckled, it kind of made me feel a little bit better that, Casper the Friendly Homeless Man. But here's the funny part. So I'm going down Exchange, I hang a right on State Street, and I'm walking past the alley, the 9 East alley. I'm thinking, man, muffin or a scone tomorrow morning would be all right with me. So I go down the alley, start walking down the alley. It's probably maybe 9, a little after 9 o'clock. I'm walking down the alley. I'm about 20 feet from the dumpster, and I see a white SUV pull into the alley off of Chicago Street. And I know this white SUV, and it's Brenda and Casey Myers. I'm like stopped in the middle of the alley, like deer in the headlights. They shine the light on me. I'm busted, totally busted. They're pulling in there going, I think that's Dean Wright. Sure enough, they roll down the window. We're all laughing. I'm like, you know where I was going. And Brenda's like, I heard that you're trying to get stuff out of our dumpster. And I'm like, yeah, it's just, I'm sorry putting you on the spot, but I said, that's the way it is. First thing out of Casey's mouth is, Brenda, give him the chicken and the pasta. So they do. This lovely chicken and pasta from Brenda and Casey Myers. Not an official dumpster dive. The first dumpster dive that I kind of take credit for, the food was actually on top of the dumpster. Thank you, Brian Borger. The second dive, not anywhere near the dumpster, but from the people whom I want to dumpster dive on. So this is Dean Wright signing off today. Thank you for the chicken and the pasta. I've been jonesing about this all night, but I wanted to save it for the bonus edition. Bon appetit. That's the best almost dumpster food I've ever